So you've completed a journal insert. Now what? Hey everyone, it's Job. I hope you're doing well. If you're new here, I like to make videos about creative journaling, planning, and design. Today, I wanted to show you my 4 easy steps to catalog my daily journals. If you're new here, I actually like to journal in a Traveler's Company brand Traveler's notebook for my daily journal. This system uses a bunch of thin notebooks, also known as inserts, which are slid into the center elastic of the leather cover. Because of the nature of this system, I end up having many completed journal inserts because one insert, for example, has about 60 pages and I go through that insert in about 1 to 2 months. So you can imagine how many journal inserts I end up having by the end of the year. So it's important to catalog these journals and these inserts when I complete them. Over the past 6 years, I kind of came across a system or a routine for cataloging these inserts, and I want to share that with you today. Essentially, there are 4 steps to my cataloging system. Number 1, scan. Number 2, label. Number 3, transfer. And then my favorite part, number 4, decorate. Let's get into it. So step number 1 is scan, and this is pretty self-explanatory. You're gonna scan the completed insert to see if there are any gaps or incomplete pages within your journal insert. Sometimes I will collage or paint my little heart away and draw all these fun elements in my journal spread, and then when it gets to the writing part, which is arguably the most important part of the journaling, practice, I end up skipping it because I'm a little too tired, or I was really wanting to get my creative juices flowing, but I wasn't in a writing mood. And so doing this sweep allows me to catch any of those outlier spreads and to complete them in this moment. So sometimes this scan takes a while because there's past Job was just really feeling the doodling and the collaging, but wasn't really feeling the writing. And so during this scan portion, it allows me to look through my notebook and find any gaps and fill them in. So this can take as quick as a almost like 1 minute, maybe even less, scan of your insert and see, oh, there are no gaps, we can move on. But sometimes this might even take 2 hours because you've probably collaged quite a bit or doodled quite a bit, but left empty places in your notebook, or small notes written in pencil about what happened in the day, but you didn't actually fully flesh out your ideas. And so this is the time to do that. For me, it's a little bit challenging sometimes when I don't remember what happened that day in my journal. So I like to refresh my brain by looking through my phone or notes app or my photo album to see if there is anything that will jog my memory. And then if worst comes to worst and I can't really remember what happened in that day, I think it's a nice opportunity to write to my future self, future Job, about how I'm feeling. And it's a nice little kind of meta moment because in the future when I do read this journal insert or even that specific entry, I'll laugh to myself because past Job forgot to write and now he's writing to future Job. So it's a little meta, but that's an opportunity to turn something that could possibly be a little bit of a bummer, not writing down what happened that day, and just making it a little bit more positive. So that's what I end up doing. So step number 1 is scan. Step number 2 is called label. And step number 2 is important for my system because I go through a lot of journal inserts. In this step, we are labeling 2 things. We are labeling the completed journal insert and also labeling the new journal insert that I will be starting. So labeling your insert is necessary because in a journal system as complex as a traveler's notebook, you'll end up having a lot of many different notebook inserts. And for me, this system allows me to chronologically track each insert. I label the completed journal inserts with a volume number. And so for this example, this insert would be volume number 36, aka this 36th, that's hard word to say, 36th daily insert in my journal insert collection. I also like to write the date range that this journal covers. So for example, this insert would cover my journaling from October 1st to November 6th. So I like to put that date, and you might be wondering, oh my gosh, why didn't he just end it in October 31st, I try to kind of just use, its full capacity and not waste any pages. And so I don't feel the need to end on like the end of the month or milestone date to end an insert. I just end it when it needs to end, and that served me well. At this time, I also try to label my next insert, but sometimes I forget to do this step because I don't have a permanent marker or a paint marker to label the cover of my insert. In this case, I end up writing the volume number and the start date on the first page of my Traveler's Notebook insert, like you can see here. This will remind me of the volume number when I complete this insert, and then I will end up writing the volume number on the cover when I need to catalog it in the future. Step number 3, transfer. There usually isn't too much that needs to be transferred from a completed journal insert to a new journal insert. But lately, I've been choosing to keep my date stickers and photo ephemera in envelopes and pockets in my journal insert. This would be the time to transfer these items that need to be used in the new insert. It's at this time that I would also install or add a new pocket into my journal inserts. I don't know about you, but I've been really into adding these little pockets, and I've found that this was a nice way to use some journaling supplies that I've been hoarding, because a lot of stationery brands end up creating fun pockets like the Hobonichi Weeks pocket that comes with your Hobonichi Weeks, or even with the Traveler's Company sticker pack, you end up getting a 3-pack of these clear pockets. So I like to take this time to use up these stationery items that you end up hoarding or end up not knowing what to do. So I end up adding a fun pocket into my inserts. And again, at this time, this is usually when I would add any ephemera that needs to be transferred over. So like I said earlier, I've been enjoying keeping some specific stickers like date stickers in my Traveler's Notebook inserts rather than other pockets in my journal, because it ensures that when I have urge to move into a different Traveler's Notebook cover, I always have my most used supplies or my essential ephemera with me in the insert itself, instead of being forgotten in a mysterious pocket on a Traveler's Notebook. So that's what I like to do in this step, which is step number 3, transfer. And lastly, step number 4 is decorate. This is the best part. We like to decorate the new journal insert and also possibly decorate the older journal insert. So first, I like to look through my old journal insert to see if there's any spaces that I would like to add, a final decorative element to the front or back cover. Usually I would try to catch this during my scan or step number 1, but in step number 4, you can also do this. And then once I've done my scan of, the front and back cover, I actually decorate the new journal insert. So I usually love to cover my journal inserts with ticket stubs, stickers, and washi tape when I'm starting a new insert. And I like to place just a few stickers. This is kind of like my little pro tip, because I like to decorate my insert throughout my journey of using these journal inserts. So I try to leave some empty spaces so I can add fun new stickers or decorations that I pick up from my daily life or my travels. At this time, you can also add any last minute decorations again to your completed journal insert if you did not do this in step number 1. In this case, I am using the 2024 Traveler's Company sticker set. I know we're not in 2024, but I wanted to use this sticker set now because I end up hoarding it and I end up not using it. And so I kind of bit the bullet and ended up using it. And now it feels weird that I'm using it a little bit early, but it's okay. We didn't use the whole sticker set. And like I said earlier, we're not covering the whole insert. We're just lightly decorating, because the fun part of using a Traveler's Notebook insert or any journal insert is that you can decorate it during your journey or whatever you end up bringing, wherever you end up bringing this journal. You can put a little fun sticker that reminds you of that place. So I like to decorate while I'm also using the insert. So that's a tip, but you can decorate as much or as little as you would like. That just completes my cataloging process for my completed journal spreads. And if you need a way to remember this, you can think of a little acronym. It could be SLTD. I don't know, it reminds me of like salted. Yeah, it just looks like the word salted, but you took away all the vowels. Or you can do, the good old school trick where you, is it not a rhyme, a synonym, mnemonic device. So you take the first letter of each word that you want to remember and you add a fun meaning to it or a fun word. So SLTD or scan, label, what is T? Transfer, decorate. SLTD can be sour lemons taste delicious. To remember, scan, label, transfer, and decorate if you needed a little mnemonic device. And for me, the cataloging journey ends here, but I know some people like to add these completed journal inserts in different binders or storage cases, but I prefer to keep them in a bookshelf in a relatively cool place away from direct sun. I definitely don't journal with purely archival supplies, but I think if we try to keep our completed notebooks and journals stored in a nice place, they should last us forever. Okay, I think that just does it for this video. I hope this video gives you some ideas for how to catalog your completed journals. Be sure to let me know in the comments below what other videos you would like to see from Job's journal. And if you've made it this far, leave a checkmark emoji in the comments. Be sure to subscribe and I'll see you next time, friends. Okay, love ya. Bye.